Hello and welcome to A Perfect Home. I'm your host, Jen Cohen. Thank you so much for joining us. Our goal here today at A Perfect Home is to help you take your house to a home, your perfect home, by introducing you to some of the area professionals who are at the top of their game in various different fields that are going to help you get right along and make your life a happy one. Today we are talking with Greg Collins. He's the owner of Verde Solar Power. As we know, Arizona, wonderful place for solar. And you know, if you look at your electric bill every month, you might be going the I could have had a V8 moment every time you open your envelope. You might think solar. I would think solar, right, Greg?
You bet. Mm-hmm. We should be the solar capital of the world here in Arizona.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's all that free energy coming down on us every day, and we're not gathering it.
Yeah, you know, I should have worn my T-shirt that says, I won the lottery, and then it has a picture of the sun on it that says the original Powerball, because we happen to be at just the perfect distance from that huge nuclear reactor to produce the solar power that makes our world livable, you know, and we can take advantage of that, all that free power nowadays.
Absolutely, absolutely. What drew you to solar power? I know you've been in this business a while now.
I got involved with a little health resort called Living Well down by Wickenburg back in the 80s that was way off 10 miles from the nearest electric. And I helped them set it up with solar and got hooked back then. I set up a couple of the ranches that were around that area and just discovered that it's so nice to draw your electricity from the sun.
That's true. And there are plenty of off-grid properties all around the Verde Valley, but no longer is solar just for people who are off-grid. There are people all over town in those housing developments, and they have solar on their roofs.
Yeah, about 12 years ago, grid tie solar came in, which eliminated the need for batteries. Essentially, you're using the grid as your battery, and it made the solar a lot more efficient and cost-effective and reliable. Our systems now will run years and years, no problems. And it's very cost effective. I'd say 75% of the homes in the Verde Valley are good candidates for putting in solar, and it will save them money in the long run. And you will spend half as much on your solar system over the 25-year warranty life of an array as if you just keep paying the utility every month. So it's a very good long-term investment.
Oh, that's true, yes. An excellent long-term investment. There, of course, is the initial cost to get the system going. But once you've done that, I mean, for me, just the satisfaction of not writing APS a check every month would be amazing.
Well, a lot of our, retired generation is trying to get to where they're minimizing their monthly expenses. And if you can invest the money now to where for the rest of your years you will be paying virtually very little to the utility and have your power assured, that's a nice feeling.
Right, that's true.
And we've got financing now to where if you don't have to pay for it all up front, you will be cash flow positive and be well ahead from day one on a solar system. We are very cost effective now.
Wow, see, that's come a long way of the days when, you know, it used to be super expensive and you did it because you loved the earth and you wanted to be green or you were off grid, but now.
On a per watt basis, solar panels cost 10% of what they did when I got started.
Wow.
We put the business in 11 years ago.
Wow.
It's amazing. The high volume manufacturing has brought the cost of solar way down. These panels are super reliable. We never have failures. And it's just what everybody should be doing.
Oh my gosh.
I think.
Yes. And there's been a lot of...
You'll see them all over the place now.
Yeah, I do. You definitely see more of them. And of course the tax credits have helped with that. But we're looking at the close of those. So now is really looking like the time to act.
This is the last year of getting the full 30% federal tax credit. And so next year it goes down to 26% in 2020, and then the next year it goes down to 22%, and then the next year after that it goes to 0 for residences. So
wow,
this is the time to do it. And then at the end of this month, APS will be reevaluating what they call the value of solar, what they will pay you for your excess generation. And so all you need to do is get an application in by the end of the month, and you'll have that locked in for 10 years. So.
Okay, so if you've already got solar, you need to get that application in before August in order to lock in your rate. Otherwise, they're going to pay less.
Yeah, so it's going to be less. This right now is as good as solar is going to be for some time, because when the tax credits fade away and APS, and the more and more solar we get, the less and less APS values it. So get in while you can.
Well, that makes
while
sense.
the getting's good.
Yeah. And talking about the tax credit, when you say there's 30%, then it's going to go to 20%, 26%, and then it's going to end up being zero. What are we looking at for most people when they go with that? What does that 30% tax credit mean for them?
Well, a typical solar system now is about $15,000. So you would be getting a third of that back in tax credits typically right now. So you'll end up paying, your actual cost for it is $10,000. Well, in another 3 years, you're going to have to pay $14,000 of that. You'll still get the $1,000 state tax credit, but where the tax credit has been what's been fueling the solar revolution the past 11 years. And I don't see that it's going to be reinstituted this time. So,
Sure.
But solar is less and less expensive. The prices are still coming down, and we will continue to be viable long term.
Of course.
The APS rates, I think, are probably going to keep going up. So it'll still be cost effective, but now's the time to act.
Yep. Get in on it so that you can take control of your federal tax credit. That's going to happen, of course, for sure. And of course, past the investment, it's definitely worth it, because you're not going to be paying APS. That money is not going to be leaving your pocket. The free energy is going to be harvested. It's green, it's clean, it's cost effective, just past the initial setup. Now, as far as Verde Solar Power goes, someone says, wow, I'm really excited about getting solar. I want to get in before the tax credit expires. Greg, what do we do?
Send me a recent copy of your APS billing, and we will evaluate for you what is the best size to build. We can take a look at your roof via the aerial photography. We don't have to come out and bother you or anything, and we will send you a simple proposal. And happy to come out and talk with you. So we try to make it very easy. We have a good financing now there's a credit union we use out of Colorado that was started by solar people and run just for doing solar financing, and it's the best deal we know of. And
wow, well, that's wonderful.
So
that's great to be able to get financing for it, because some folks don't have that down payment to be there, and then they can get financing for it. That's great. And of course, some homes are better candidates than others, and you'll be able to tell them that.
Yeah, as long as you don't have, a bunch of big shade trees, which we love big shade trees here in Arizona, but if it's shading your roof, that will, need to find some other alternative. We do ground-mounted systems, we'll do outbuildings, we'll figure out a way.
Yep, you can get it done.
We are dedicated to rolling out this technology and making the Verde Valley a green valley. And clean and renewable. So
absolutely,
give us a call.
Yeah, solar power is the way to go. Go to verdesolarpower.com. Great website. All the things about their products, the different types of installations, more information on going solar. Of course, all kinds of information on the tax credit program and when you need to get in, and you need to get in now. But if you go to verdesolarpower.com, all that information is available for you there. Or you could give Greg a call at 928-284-0884. You can give him a call if you want to talk to him. Say, hey, can you fly over my house and check this out, and here, I'm going to send in my APS bill. It's a really simple process to get started, so that's what you need to do. We got to take a quick break, but we've got lots more of A Perfect Home coming your way, so don't go away.
Hi, Todd of Todd's Appliances, your hometown appliance store. Studies have shown that when you buy from an independently, locally owned business rather than a box store, a lot more of your money stays local, therefore strengthening our community. From basic to high-end, we carry name brand appliances. Visit our store on Main Street in Camp Verde. With same-day, next-day service, we service what we sell what we service the least. ToddsAppliances.com, 567-3062.
Hi, this is Greg at Verde Solar Power.
You know, Arizona has lots of clean, renewable sunshine, and we want to help you take advantage of it with our quality solar installations, and we offer to beat any written offer on a residential solar electric system. So bring us your electric bill and let us show you how solar power will save you money. We're located conveniently here in the Verde Valley and are dedicated to helping the valley go solar. So remember, the energy solution comes up every morning.
Hi, this is Michelle and I welcome you to Sedona Paint Centre. We are here to help you find the perfect colour scheme and product for your home and business. Enjoy free in-store and in-home colour consultations and free paint samples in a colour of your choice. As a special offer to you, just mention this ad and save an extra 10% and enjoy 30% off store-wide.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles.
Welcome back to A Perfect Home. We're here with Greg Collins. He's the owner of Verde Solar Power. We've been talking about all the reasons to go solar. You know, the federal tax credit is going to start tapering off next year. The Arizona state tax credit of $1,000 is going to stick with us, but that 30% return is going to drop to 26 and then eventually down to 0. So your solar project must be started by the end of the year to qualify for that. So now is the time to go solar, Greg. We're very clear on that. If we want to get in on that tax credit, we've got to go ahead and do that now.
Yeah.
Of course, we've talked about the technology. It's gotten better. It's gotten cheaper. It's gotten easier to work with and more reliable. So there's no thing stopping you there. Of course, the financing that's available through you guys, through that bank that you found, is a wonderful option. So really, it's a great time to give Greg a call or go on the website and talk to him about that. And when you've got all this power being generated, and now you have a space in your garage for your wonderful new electric car, and we can stop paying APS and we can also stop paying the gas station.
Yeah, so once you get your solar system, the next thing to think about is getting an electric car. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I've been driving one now since last September. I have not been to a gas station, and electric cars are just a superior technology to gas cars. Wow. I mean, let alone the fact that they're clean, and you can charge them off your own solar system, and it's basically, I drive around like it's free transportation. It doesn't cost me anything to drive, other than the cars are a little more expensive to buy. Mm-hmm. But there's probably going to be 100 different models of EVs coming out over the next year or so. All the major manufacturers worldwide are going to start building electric cars. Yeah. They've figured it out. Wow. Tesla led the way, but everybody else is going to jump on board now. And so you want to plan for being able to charge your car off your solar system. Put in a big enough system to where you can charge an electric car or add on more panels at a later time when the time comes. But it is so nice. They're fun to drive, very fast.
Yes, you took me for a ride last time. It was amazing. What a sweet little car.
We should do a live remote from the car, you know.
Driving around, you don't hear anything. You don't smell anything. You don't have to go to the gas station. It's awesome.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
Wow, I know.
There's no maintenance. There's no transmission, no fuel system, no exhaust system, no cooling system. And just nothing to go wrong.
Wow. That's an incredible amount of savings. I mean, I spend well over $100 a week in gas. When I go somewhere, I go, okay, it's going to cost me X amount to get to that store, and this amount to get to work, and that amount to get to my kid's school. And by the end of the week, I'm really looking at things like, is it worth the $8 in gas it's going to cost me to go down there, or here, or left or right? And then, I got to get an oil change. That's over $100.
I've been driving 3 days a week to Scottsdale for my medical treatments.
Wow.
And it's like the car can go there and back, and it doesn't cost me anything other than the time.
Right, you plug it in when you get home, and you
plug it in at night, and the next morning it's ready to go again.
And a time saver too. Think about all the time it takes to drive to the gas station every time you need gas, and supporting all the big oil companies and all that. Wow, and it's green on top of that.
And I'm losing weight because I'm not buying all that junk food at the,
gas
at the convenience store. Really?
See, there's so many benefits when you go solar, and then
No,
you
I
get an
live in
electric
the dream,
vehicle.
and I encourage everybody else to try it out. Go drive an electric car. Come to Verde Solar. I give out free test drives in my little Chevy Bolt. And
Nice.
It's cool.
That's a great little car. I know that makes you very, very happy for so many reasons driving around in that car. That's great. It's wonderful to see that the technology is just moving along and that batteries have gotten slowly better, so we
Yeah,
can start
yeah.
working with those more.
We haven't quite seen cost-effective battery or storage solutions come into the solar residential market yet. It's coming. The industry's working on it. It'll be great. That's what we need to do. It's not here quite yet, but what you want to do is put in a system that is what's called storage ready, so that when it is viable, you can just add on batteries, add on another inverter, or each company's got a different way of addressing it, but it's coming. It'll be there so that you can use all your own, save all your own electricity instead of giving it to APS at a discount.
Right.
Right now, since their new rate plans went into effect, in the afternoons you are paying APS 24 to 25 cents a kilowatt hour for their power to run your air conditioner, and they're only paying you 11.6 cents, and that might go down after August for the power you give to APS. So in effect, we're now building larger solar systems to where so that you can offset the power you buy from APS. You have to supply them with twice as much. So the cost-effective size of a solar system is now quite large. But because solar has come down in price, it's still worthwhile and cost-effective to do that.
Okay, so that's definitely one of the trends that you're seeing in the industry.
And when you get your
systems.
electric car, you'll have that extra power to
Yeah.
run it off of.
Oh, there you go. Okay. What other trends are you seeing in the industry besides this? The systems need to be larger now in order to balance out the high cost of the kilowatts from APS.
Well, just the business systems in all the solar installers is getting more and more efficient to where we're bringing the prices down. And the streamlining the permitting process. Here in Yavapai County, a year ago, last December, decided to quit requiring permits for solar. So that's been a tremendous
Wow.
boon that saves you like $1,000 or $1,500 on an install, not having to go through the permit process. They've decided that it's such a standard appliance now that we can just install it.
Wow, that's huge.
We're hoping that the rest of the building departments follow suit. So,
Wow. Yeah, that's a big chunk when you pay a percentage of what your project is going to cost, and you're paying that to the county or whatnot for your permitting system, and not
it's just
needing
an added
that.
cost to. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's awesome.
So we're loving that.
Very good. Very good.
Makes the install go a lot faster. And
Yeah, I bet. Now, talk to me about that. How long does it take to do a typical install?
well, we'll typically spend a couple days at your house doing the actual install. The whole process takes about 2 months between getting the approvals through the power company and getting the materials on hand, and then waiting. Once we install it, and then we have to wait some more on the utility to come out, and they have to put a different kind of meter on your house, and before you're allowed to interconnect and backfeed the grid with power.
Right.
So,
Well, that's really interesting.
but it's going fast. We all the time are working to speed up that process. So we got a pretty good backlog right now, or we'd go even faster.
I was just going to ask you about that. How are you doing with backlog? If someone calls you today and says, "Hey, I'm ready. Let's come talk to me." When do you think you could
Well, it was
get
a couple
started?
months out to finish it up and get you turned on. The crew just came back this morning dragging, they're going, it is really hot right now. They're having a hard time getting much done every morning. It's
Yeah, the
just, I mean,
heat,
by 8 o'clock it is already
Yeah.
too hot to be on a roof.
That is true. That is true. So time of year will definitely factor into
But
time it takes to build that.
We
I
still
mean,
do
you're
it.
human.
We're out there pushing the envelope.
Oh my gosh, yes. Go to verdesolarpower.com. Lots of great information for you there. They've got off-grid, on-grids, hybrids, battery installations, lots of products, everything you could even want. Solar-powered water pumps, talk about EV vehicles. All that good stuff is available on the website, verdesolarpower.com. We're talking with Greg Collins. He's the owner. You can give him a call at 928-284-0884. We'll be right back with more of A Perfect Home, so don't go away.
Turning your real estate dreams and goals into reality, I'm Claudel Johnson with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For more than 7 years, I've helped both real estate buyers and sellers put me and my team's extensive knowledge of the Sedona and Verde Valley area to work for you. Come see a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath, single-level home with a pool at 50 Sedona Street. You'll love the Sedona Red Rock views from this VOC area home. We turn your real estate goals into reality. Claudel Johnson at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services of Arizona.
Paul Stanley here with Stanley Steel Structures. We offer shade structures that provide style, value, and performance. Our Equinox louvered roof opens and closes to give you the ultimate patio experience. We also offer Alumawood shade covers that looks like wood but lasts like steel and never needs painting or maintenance. Visit us at StanleySteelStructures.com. Contact us today and be covered tomorrow. Stanley Steel Structures. Let us add some space to your place.
Northern Arizona Mortgage Corporation is your local choice for personalized home loans, and they've been doing it since 1986. They help home buyers obtain FHA, VA, USDA guaranteed rural housing, and conventional loans. From start to finish, they offer a safe in-person application process with licensed loan originators. Contact Shelley White Collier at northernarizonaMortgage.com or call 634-4251. Visit their office, located at 707 East Dominguez, Suite 601, Cottonwood.
Fabulous views and unmatched quality with efficiency in mind. Just announced, C&B Construction is the only contractor ever to win the EPA's coveted Indoor Air Plus Leaders Award 4 years in a row. These Energy Star certified homes provide unparalleled energy efficiency, comfort, durability, and indoor air quality. C&B Construction is currently building at Gray Fox Ridge and Crossroads at Mingus. C&B Construction, locally respected and nationally recognized.
Do you need more closet space? Hi, I'm Tracy Shadley, owner of Organize A to Z. We provide professional custom design solutions to keep you and your space organized, which helps reduce your stress, increase your productivity, and allows you to take control of your belongings. We are proud to be locally owned and operated, specializing in custom closets, garages, offices, and pantries. Call me today for your free consultation. Organize your space, organize your life.
And welcome back to A Perfect Home. We've been talking all things solar power with Verde Solar Power owner Greg Collins. Now, as Greg says, it's never been more affordable to go solar. It makes absolute sense with the way that the electrical companies are going and the way that the world is going. Now is the time if you want to cash in on all the federal tax credits that are going to be going away. You need to want to do that sometime around now. You can give Greg a call at 928-284-0884. They'll get you hooked up.
Yeah, you too can win the lottery. Just give us a call and we'll help you cash in on your winnings.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. You guys are so busy right now. We've got a little bit of a backlog, but you're still taking people. You've got your guys out there working hard and you're working hard. How has this last year been treating you?
Well, I'm here to tell you that Lyme's disease, if you know what that is here in the Verde Valley. I got bit by something almost 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. And it is affecting me. And I know you said you had some family that got it back in New England, which is the common thing. Everybody knows about Lyme disease back in New England. Well, it's here in Arizona now. It's actually all over the world.
Wow.
And it's not just ticks. It can be spiders and mosquitoes, they say, can now carry this spirochete bacteria that is very difficult to cure if you let it get a chance to get a hold in your body. You need if you get bit by something that leaves like a little bullseye rash on your skin, get to a doctor and get on an antibiotic program, and you'll have no problem curing it. But if you let it go for a few years like I have, it's very difficult to cure.
Yeah, it can be. I'm very sorry to hear
So,
that. Yeah.
I'm trying to get the word out because most people here don't realize that it's really getting to be kind of an epidemic.
That's true. Yeah, the way that the climate's changing.
I got bit by something on my property here in the Verde Valley.
Wow. Gosh.
I don't know what bit me. I just woke up the next morning with my knee all swollen up, and I've been suffering ever since. And the doctors didn't know what to do.
Wow.
So.
But now they figured it out, and you're working towards the mend.
I had the great fortune. My son married a girl from New Hampshire that had worked in the CDC, and she was the one that says, "Well, that sounds like Lyme's disease." So thank you, Amanda.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for your son for picking such a good one.
Well, yeah. Really.
Oh, my gosh.
Never know.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad that you're on the mend, and I'm glad that you have a team behind you.
We'll keep on
keeping
going.
up with everything.
We're not going to quit.
You know, no, gosh, no. Anyone who knows anything about you knows that. You're powered through your solar powered yourself.
There's too much to do.
Yes. Yes, that'd be fun to say you're solar powered as well, it seems.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I can see that your passion for solar really comes through, and your knowledge is extensive. If anyone has any questions about anything solar related or anything APS related or anything related to any of that, you are a wealth of information and just could go on and on.
Been doing it a while.
Yeah, so you've got all that knowledge stored in your brain. You can see it when we look into your eyes. It's amazing.
Oh, good. That's good.
So thank you for what you're doing for the Verde Valley.
Well,
and
I'm happy to share that
up.
with anybody that wants to go solar.
Absolutely. Go to verdesolarpower.com or give them a call, 928-284-0884 if you want to talk to Greg about anything that we've talked about today. There's so much more we could get into, so much more complicated stuff we could get into.
No, we'll take care of that for you.
Yeah, let Greg do all that. Let his team take care of that. If you've got any interest in solar, now is the time. Do not wait, do not wait, do not wait. All that good stuff is going away, but it's still always going to be worth it in the end to go solar. So thank you,
There's never
Greg.
been a better time than right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here. That's all the time we have left for A Perfect Home. We'll see you again next time.
Have a beautiful solar day.